Hi, you're watching Spiritual Sheena, and today's reading is going to be about what shadow work you need to complete right now. Yes, I do offer 18 plus readings on this channel. However, that is not going to be the only type of readings that I will be doing. So this one won't be an 18 plus reading. It's going to be fully unrestricted. It's going to be for anyone of any age. Yeah, and with this video I hope you get to learn everything that you've been asking, that you've been saying that you want to understand about yourself. Whew. And hopefully in this video I can give you tips and tricks on how to go about your shadow work journey, or just, you know, starting small, doing the smaller things first and then working your way up to the bigger stuff. Because once you do smaller things, it's like a nice little check off the box. But once you get to the bigger stuff, it's like, okay, I overcame so many things already, I can do this. And working on the smaller things, even though you think, oh, this is so ridiculous, it actually means so much. Because when you get to the bigger things that are harder and more challenging and feels like it's taking way too long to overcome, being able to look back and say, okay, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've broken all these things, I'm not in those phases anymore, I'm not going to be in this phase of my life anymore. Like, it's okay, you know. A TikTok notification just popped up. Follow me on my TikTok. My TikTok name is Shayna Got Time. My Spotify podcast name is Shayna Got Time. Listen to my podcast. That's more about me, less spiritual. And YouTube is going to be more spiritual, more tarot, more channel message, more everything you probably found me off of TikTok for. So that's what my YouTube's going to be. And podcast is gonna be, I literally just did a podcast about my first situationship, so definitely go check that out. That's a very messy story. All tarot cards, just because I'm a tarot card reader don't mean I'm a saint. Okay, so tarot card readers get themselves in bullshit too. We're not above the collective in any capacity. Okay, let me shuffle this one more time. I don't even think I need shuffling anymore. This is a spread. This is everything I got for the reading. These are the ancestral decks, and these are quick confirmations that you'll need throughout the reading. But yes, this is what we got. Okay, let's start the reading. All right. So first I always pull out an extra card. Not always, but sometimes, most of the time, I usually pull out a card for extra confirmation. And because we're talking about spirit work, we're definitely discussing the shadow self. And that is going to be the theme for this reading. We're discussing the shadow selves and what the negative things that are, not negative, the things that we're doing that hold us back, the things that we're doing that makes us feel stagnant or keeps us stagnant in our current situation or our current life, the current phase that we're in, or we keep repeating cycles that we keep going through, but we're not getting it right because there's something with your shadow self that has not been addressed, and because that has not been addressed, you will keep receiving the same cycles until you address that part of your shadow self. And when I say shadow self, I don't mean there's this alter ego you. I'm not saying that. It's literally, my shadow self is right here. My regular self is right here. When I say shadow self, I just mean your negative traits, the things you do that hold you back. That's all it means. It doesn't mean like your alter ego or anything. Your shadow self, the things you do that hold you back. Okay, so right now, you're being asked to embrace change. And I know for a lot of you that is very hard, but embracing change, there comes so much with embracing change. Sometimes you're just not meant to be stuck in a cycle or an environment or a certain situation you're just not meant to be there anymore. And you have to know the signs of when to move. And you have, when you get that sign, you have to act accordingly. You cannot stick around. You cannot stay around and be like, oh, I'm going to stay here a little longer. No, it's time for you to go. Sometimes it's a matter of life or death. Sometimes it's a matter of you possibly missing out on $1,000 check. You know, sometimes when Spirit is calling you to move, when Spirit is calling you to up and go, you need to up and go, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a work environment, whether it's an opportunity. It doesn't matter. You have to up and go when it's time to up and go. Or if Spirit is directing you, if you feel called to do something, you're being called to do that thing for a reason. If you're being called to get to know someone, if you're being called to talk to someone, if you're being called to work somewhere, if you're being called to change your career, change your purpose, change your whatever, it's because you're aligning yourself. You're aligning yourself. If you're presented with an opportunity, pray about it. Pray about it. Ask the universe, is this opportunity meant for me? Should I accept this opportunity? And you'll get your answer. Or you can book a reading with me. Anyways. Yeah, but right now we're being asked to give up like resistance. Give up staying in exhausting situations. Give up constantly depleting yourself and being overwhelmed in situations where you were supposed to leave a long time ago. A long time ago. That's what you need to work on. You need to work on stop being comfortable with something you're familiar with just because you're familiar with it, when the new thing could be better for you, could be more healthy for you. Stop being comfortable with the familiar when the familiar is toxic. You guys need to embrace change. You guys need to embrace starting over. You guys need to embrace something new. So in this situation, when you guys have a situation and you guys receive a tower moment or a moment that puts everything to halt, stop, wait, hold up, take a second or two to think, am I supposed to keep going further, or am I supposed to go on a new path, or am I supposed to turn back? You need to stop and ask yourself these questions. You need to be constantly present in what you're doing and not be on autopilot. Because if you're on autopilot in your life, you're not living. You need to be constantly conscious about every decision that you're making, and make sure you're making it for yourself and for your best interests. Stop thinking tower moments are a disaster or it's causing a fizzy in your plans. No, you needed that. You needed that. You needed to change it up. You needed something new. Because you're so resistant to change. You're so resistant to it. So the universe has to put these obstacles in your way so you could just change it up. Embrace it. I don't know, maybe you need to change up just something small about your routine on a day-to-day basis. Change it up, like every day you do something different with this one thing. It doesn't have to be a whole different routine. It doesn't need to be all that. If you like to eat cereal for breakfast, change it up. Every day change it up. Every day change it up. Change it up. What can I incorporate into my breakfast so I can make it more healthy? What can I incorporate into my breakfast to make sure I'm eating fiber, eating protein, make sure I'm not hungry by lunch? What can I put into my breakfast to make sure I'm satisfied besides eating cereal? That's just an example. If we want to take it in terms of a relationship or someone you're talking to, if you know you don't like someone that let's say doesn't ever want to talk about their emotions or talk about how they feel, why would you then date that person knowing that you don't like that? Because you're used to that. That makes sense to you? Why does that make sense to you? You sound insane. You know what I'm saying? That's insanity. You're trying to repeat the same cycles over and over. You know you're doing it. You know you're repeating the same cycles over and over. You need to stop. You need to stop, mama. Mama, you need to stop. If you know you want someone who can communicate their feelings, you should look for somebody that can communicate their feelings. If they have another problem, you address that when that occurs. You address if you want to stay or not. If that occurs. But why would you, like, it goes back to staying with what's familiar to us because we know the game plan of that. We know how it's going to work out. We know how it's going to end. But when we try something new, we don't know how that's going to end. So that's risky. It's risky to put yourself in a psych ward of driving yourself mentally insane and crazy. And I say crazy as in not some dismissive term. I mean literally crazy. You're gonna drive yourself insane because by doing that, you are constantly not trusting your intuition by putting yourself in situations where you've already been in that situation before. You're constantly distrusting your intuition. So when real stuff comes up in that situation, you're not trusting your intuition. By not trusting your intuition, you will drive yourself crazy with anxiety, worse, paranoia, worse, putting yourself in psychosis. I'm talking real shit right now. I'm talking real shit. That's why we need to listen to ourselves. That's why we need to break these cycles. I'm not staying in the same situation. I'm not doing the same things over and over again. When you catch yourself doing bullshit again and again and again, you need to stop it and nip it in the butt right there and then and be like, no, I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm done. I'm good off of that. I'm done. It didn't work the last 5 times. It's not gonna work the 6th. It's not gonna work the 6th. If we keep staying on and off with that ex, it didn't work the last 18 times. Yeah, it's not gonna work the 19th. It's not gonna work the 19th. Okay? I need you to listen to me when I say this. Stop repeating the same situations and same patterns. You need to be self-aware of yourself just as much as you're self-aware of other people. Be self-aware of yourself. And watch what you're doing. Watch your actions. Watch your moves. And you say, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep going back to this person? Oh, because I know how it's going to work out. If you know how it's going to work out, why do you keep putting yourself in that situation? Because you want to feel something? That's another thing. That's another thing. If we're talking about putting ourselves in a situation because we need something out of that, you're not desperate. I'm telling you, you're not desperate. You are not a desperate person. And you should not be trying to convince yourself that you are a desperate person. You are not a desperate person. You never were. And you never will be. Cut it out right now. You are not a desperate person. You don't need anything from anywhere or anyone. You're not going to get this shitty job because you need money. They're going to be shitty to you. You're going to hate it, or you're going to hate working there every day. Do not work there because you're used to it and no, you deserve better. You deserve better. You're a good person. You deserve better. If you're good, you deserve good. Why would you put yourself in a bad situation because you need the money? No. You must have strong morals. You must have strong integrity. You must be honest with yourself. With yourself. Do not put yourself back in a situation with that person and you know things are not going to work out. You know they're not going to commit to you. You know they're not going to commit to you. You know they're not going to stop embarrassing you. Don't put yourself in that situation. You're not desperate and you don't need it. You are very powerful. And I find when people are, quote unquote, in this desperate energy, it's the lack of knowing their self-worth. And it's oftentimes those very same people who are in very desperate energy who are the most powerful. They are the people that people need. They are the people that people need. You don't need anybody else. You are the person people need. People want to feed off of you, but they tricked you into thinking you need them. Don't lie to yourself. Trust your intuition, a confirmation card that I pulled out earlier. And right above it, it says, take some time alone. Take some time alone to think about these things before you make decisions. When you're given a tower moment, take some time to think, what am I doing? Should I keep going further or should I stop? Should I turn back? Think about it. Weigh your options out. Weigh all of your options out and don't include fear in none of it. Do not include fear. Fear has no business playing a part in how you make your decisions for your life. I think going back to this card right here, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles tend to be a pretty damn good card, but when it's in the perspective of a shadow work reading, I feel like we're talking about greed. I feel like we're talking about over prioritizing money, over prioritizing status, over prioritizing what we have, and not in the sense that you shouldn't focus on yourself and focus on getting more. It's more so being willing to do anything for it. That's the issue. Being willing to do anything for it, with this Two of Swords right under it. Way too willing to sacrifice your body for extra time, extra work, extra money. Whether it's if you work a laborsome job, putting in more hours on top of the hours you already work, knowing your body is going to be really, really tired by the end of it. You're breaking your body by doing that. You're breaking your body by not prioritizing yourself. You're breaking up your body. Being too willing to slip and slide on your morals for money. Working somewhere you know you're being exploited. just for the money. By doing that, you're telling yourself you don't care about yourself, you just want the money. That's not good. That's not good, because that can put you in a lot of dangerous situations. A lot of dangerous situations where you have to question your morals, rearrange, remix your morals just to get the money. And then sooner or later down the path, you don't have to start questioning it anymore, because you already changed it. And then in that same time, in that same frame, in that same breath, you don't even recognize yourself anymore, because you're not the person who you thought you would have became. For a lot of y'all have a really mean and a really, really overbearing manager. A lot of y'all are doing the most work on your shift when you work with other people, and they're not putting in as much work as you are. You're putting most of the work on you. That's your sign to get a new job. But also in that same breath, being too focused on money. Knowing you have a purpose, knowing you want to do something. You want to do something because in your heart you feel like that is the right thing to do in your life. Let's say you wanted to be an artist, you wanted to be a sculptor, and you gave it up to be a surgeon. Yes. Making money, you're saving lives, but that's not your passion. That is not your passion. Now the world is missing out on who could have been the next, I don't know, Picasso. Sometimes only people like you and me can get a certain type of muse, a certain type of inspiration, a certain type of download that another person can't get. And sometimes it's only you that can make that come to life. For all you've known, that statue or sculpture that you could have made could have been worth millions, but you gave it up to be a surgeon. Surgeon's a good career, don't get me wrong, but you're not fulfilled. It's just work. You don't get to create, you don't get to use your mind in the way you want to. Just feel unfulfilled. And that's something you need to stop. Keep dreaming and keep reaching for your dreams, and don't settle in life because of what others want you to do or what you think you should do. If you're confused, pray about it. If you're confused, ask the universe for a sign of what you should do. If you're confused, ask your spirit team. If you're confused, ask your ancestors that care about you. If you're confused, ask for your purpose. You'll get a sign. You'll get a sign. There's way too much fear about things not working out for you, which is not true. And here we go. Financial independence. There's way too much fear about not being able to be financially independent, not being able to give to yourself, not being able to provide for yourself. There's way too much fear around it. Way too many insecurities. but do you know who you are? First of all, you need to ground yourself and look for signs. Look for signs and ground yourself. Because when you're overthinking, you're in your crown chakra way too much. You need to ground. You need to calm the fuck down. Real talk. You need to ground and calm the fuck down. Get out of your head. But yeah, there's way too much fear around not being able to and for a lot of y'all could have grew up poor. Y'all could have went through a really hard financial situation, really hard financial environment for a really long time, which puts y'all into this constantly worry state where you feel like you have to worry about money because you feel like you're not going to be okay, but you're going to be okay. You are going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And I need you to know that. I need you to know that. I need you to believe that. But I need you to know you're going to be okay. You are going to be okay. I don't want you to think that you're not going to be okay. And here we get into like you are going to be able to provide for yourself. Let's cut it out. You're going to, based on the cards, you're going to be able to provide for yourself. It's you are constantly worrying. Your finances may not look the way you want it to, but it's not gonna look the way you want it to right now. If you keep worrying it's gonna stay like that. Because you're being asked to get out of this. You're being asked to get out of this state. Surrender. The universe got it. The universe is paying the bill. The universe is going to pay for their bill. And if I'm paying for the bills because the universe blessed me with money. You get what I'm saying? You're always going to be okay. You're always going to be okay with the universe. You're always going to be okay with God. Are you hearing me? You're going to be okay. But definitely unpack why you're constantly stressed about money. Unpack why you're willing to do anything for money. Unpack why you're so scared of change in your situation. Unpack that. Sit with that. Lean into it. Don't lean away from, lean into and figure out why you're struggling to embrace change, why you're struggling to move forward, why you're struggling to move onto something new, onto a new situation. Focus on why you're struggling to release fears, release worry around money, release putting your self-worth over money. Release it, but also sit with it and figure out why. Lastly, we have the Page of Cups, and under that we have the Three of Wands. Right now, you guys need to work on tapping into your emotions. Like really tapping into your emotions. Instead of putting up a blockade. Really tap into it so at any moment in time you know how you're feeling. Let your inner child out is an ancestral card that I got. You guys need to go more internal and sit with yourself, understand yourself, and understand the traumas that carved you into the person you become, molded you into the person you became. What gives you fears? What gives you worries? And where did that come from? Sit with yourself. Lean into it. It's hard. I know. Take breaks. Definitely take breaks. Take a day or two break. Take a week break. But lean into it. Give yourself time to lean into it. Of why is it like this? And then once you know that why, you're like, I'm not in that situation anymore though. I'm not in that situation anymore. And release it. Talk to God about it. Talk to the universe about it. Put it out into the universe. Put it out to God. Put it out to your spirit team. Put it out to your ancestors. Leave the past in the past and move on. Bro, I don't even know, bro. Guys, we need to tap into our emotions. Tap into our emotions so we can move forward. That's what these two cards are saying. We need to tap into our emotions and learn to control our emotions and learn to understand what we're feeling, how we're feeling, why we're feeling it. Learn to engage that emotional intelligence that we all have. And we all got it. We all got it. I don't care. You all got it. Everybody's capable of knowing how they feel, knowing their emotions, of feeling emotions. And tap into that so you can move forward in your life. Your life can move forward a lot easier. Keep going. You already broken so many generational curses so far. You already broken so many. You just need to work on these three things. Be true to yourself even if others are not. Do what you gotta do. Don't engage yourself in getting back with your ex culture or like hustling culture or like I have no emotions, I'm focused on money culture. Like, no. That's not who you are. That's not who you're meant to be. Be yourself. Keep your spirit high, even if your life is not the best at the moment. Know who you are. Know how powerful you are in everything, every phase in life. If it's a bad phase in life, know it's temporary. That goes for any phase in life, but especially if it's a bad phase in life, know it is temporary. Know it is temporary. Know it is temporary. Know it is temporary. Know it's temporary. Know it's temporary. Break the cycles for good and don't look back. You can't see it yet, but life gets so much better for you. That's exactly what I've been telling you. Your life is going to get so good. You need to release these things now, though. Put yourself first. Don't give up your life for anyone. Anyone. Don't give it up for anyone. You have power. You are not desperate. You don't need their energy. They need your energy. You're powerful. You need to know you're powerful. You need to know how powerful you are. Ask your spirit team for help. Talk to them. Ask them for help. They'll give you signs. Didn't we get the confirmation card, look for signs? I'm sorry, I know it's inverted, but keep your peace and stop matching energy. Let them keep their energy. You keep yours. You keep your energy is valuable. Let them keep their energy. Love yourself and let go of your insecurities. Your insecurities about your finances, your insecurities around what can come, like, yeah, your insecurities around your finances, your insecurities around change, embracing change. Embrace change. Embrace it. Keep fighting. Don't give up on life. Life is going to get so good for you. This is not a moment for you to ever give up. This moment now more than ever is pivotal for you. It's critical for you. This video will find you when you just came out of a hard situation or in a hard situation. But I need you to know, keep fighting and don't give up, because your life is going to get so much better. Your life is going to get so much better. There needs to be hurdles in your life. There needs to be hurdles in your life. Your life is not going to be like an upward slope, no jaggeds. No, it's just going to be straight. It's not like that. It's not like that. For nobody, it's like that. Make an altar and remember your ancestors. Talk to your ancestors. Talk to your spirit teams. Talk to them. Ground yourself. Look for the signs. And don't lie to yourself and trust your intuition. Let me pull one more confirmation card. Know yourself. Know yourself. Balance your feminine and masculine energy. Balance knowing when to act, and balance and looking inwards for an answer. And that's today's video. Go ahead and make sure you follow my TikTok, Shayna Got Time. Make sure you follow my podcast and listen to my episodes. I literally just did an episode about my first situationship, and it was shitty. I was 15. It's funny, but it's shitty. Listen to it. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spiritual Shayna. And let me know in the comments if you like this video, how you like this video. Let me know. Bye.